Ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting the prayer service. If we can have everybody please silence their cell phones. Thank you.
Olá, boas noites a todos. Nós outros estamos aqui esta noite. Eu sei que para nós outros que conhecíamos a senhora Lupe, queda o sentimento de tristeza, porque queríamos muito a ella, tanto nós outros como todos que estão aqui, pero na fé que nós outros temos, a fé que nós outros temos em Deus, temos uma promessa que Deus ele ha hecho, que aqueles que creem nele, aqueles que creem em Jesus, a morte não é um fim, mas podemos dizer que a morte é o início de uma nova vida. Costumamos dizer que quando uma pessoa falece, esta pessoa foi promovida aos braços de Deus. E hoje nós outros estamos aqui, exatamente, podemos dizer, para nós outros é um momento de dolor, de tristeza, mas para ela podemos dizer, ela foi promovida, porque a hora ela está nos braços de Deus. E aqui estamos para poder fazer uma oração por todos que aqui se encontram, ok? Então, me gostaria pedir, se possível, ponga-se de pé, por favor. Eu quero fazer esta oração por todos. Cerrem os olhos, por favor. Senhor meu Deus e Senhor meu Padre, em nome de nosso Senhor Jesucristo, aqui estamos, ó Deus, reunidos em esta noite, com muito pesar, com muita tristeza, porque sabemos, meu Deus, que já não veremos mais a esta senhora que tanto queremos, a senhora Lupe. Mas ao mesmo tempo, Senhor, com uma grande alegria, porque sabemos que ela completou sua jornada e ela está hoje em tus braços. Então, eu te pido, Senhor, em favor de todos que aqui estão, familiares, amigos, conhecidos, todos que também vieram aqui nesta noite, com o mesmo propósito de despedir-se de ella e de prestigiá-la nesta noite. Eu te pido, Senhor Jesus, que tu vengas fortalecer a cada um, que o Senhor venga dar à família, aos amigos, a força para que eles venham superar este momento e sim, guardar dentro de seu coração e sua mente os buenos momentos, os buenos recuerdos, Senhor. Nós outros oramos, entregamos el alma de Senhora Lupe em tus manos e a vida de todos que aqui se encontram. Meu Deus, te agradecemos por todo e entregamos a vida de todos em tus manos, em nome do Padre, do Hijo e do Espírito Santo. Amém. Graças a Deus. Amém? Tome assento, por favor. Incluso aqui na palavra de Deus, em el livro de São Juan, capítulo 11, o versículo 25, o Senhor Jesus, ele dijo assim: Eu sou a ressurreição e a vida. El que crê em mim, aunque morra, viverá. Quando a pessoa crê em el Senhor Jesus, aunque ella venga a morrer, mas como eu falei aqui ahorita, a morte não é o fim, mas o princípio de uma vida com Deus. Amém? Aunque morra, viverá. E todo ele que crê, ele que vive e crê em mim, não morirá jamais. Crês em isto? Ou seja, nós outros temos o próprio exemplo da senhora Lupe, que a maior herência que ela deixou para sua família e para todos que la conheciam foi exatamente sua fé. Ela deixou a fé que ela tem em Deus como a maior herência para todos que estamos aqui. porque ella perseverou, ella suportou as lutas, enfrentou muitas situações, todos sabem, mas ella guardou sua fé hasta o fim. E hoje, graças a Deus, ela está com Deus. Então, se nós outros seguirmos também o mesmo exemplo de fé que ella mantuvo hasta o fim, um dia também nos tocará a nós outros. E quando tocar a nós outros, também podemos dizer que vencemos e que vamos estar também eternamente nos braços do Padre. Ok? Então, eu quero deixar para vocês esta bendição. Há alguém que queira falar alguma coisa? Seu filho, a família, alguém da igreja que queira dizer algo, algumas palavras? Por favor. Ela vai falar em inglês, ok?
Hi, good evening. My name is Evelyn Damasceno. And Señora Lupita was very special to all of us. Every time she came to church, she had a big old smile, and I mean, she was just full of life, and always had like a kind words for everyone. You know what I mean? We all enjoyed having her, especially in our group, which is this particular group was called the Caleb group. It's for everybody that's older than 50. And she absolutely loved going there. So we always get together on Sundays after service, and we have, our little coffee and our snacks. I have to say, we're going to miss her because she used to have the majority of the snacks, but that was okay. But it was so much fun. And when we had arts and crafts, she made the best arts and crafts, honestly. And I mean, she was just a really great friend. My only regret is not having met her sooner, but she was really great. And she loved going to church. And every time anything she had going on, she would reach out to our pastor and talk to him and ask him for prayer, because she truly did use her faith, and also talk to the pastor's wife. I mean, she just loved Jesus and she loved her church. So I also invite y'all, if ever you wanted to come by, we're always there. We're right here on Bandera Road, 1803 Bandera Road, and we have services every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. But you're more than welcome to come and join us, okay? And also come and stop by after service and have a little coffee with our Caleb group. God bless y'all. Oh, yes, Miss Teresa.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Teresa y con la señora Guadalupe, ella todo el tiempo pedía oración, ella usaba su fe y mi papá tiene 92 años, todo el tiempo preguntaba por él y me decía, señora Teresa, dile a tu papá que lo tengo en oración. Ella todo el tiempo oraba por todos allí. Que usted, miren que la fe de ella era fuerte, ella nunca se quejaba de nada, ella todo el tiempo era feliz y trataba a todos bien. La vamos a mistiar porque ella todo el tiempo era la primera que llegaba ahí en Caleb y ella participaba en todos los eventos que teníamos. La vamos a mistiar, pero yo sé que ella está con Dios ahorita. Y esto los dejo a ustedes para que ustedes sigan adelante usando la fe que ella les pasó a ustedes también. Mantengan fuerzas y anden en los pasos de ella que ella les dejó a ustedes, para que ustedes así sepan a luchar cuando hay tinieblas en su vida. Usa la fe que ella usaba. Porque ella me platicaba de su familia, queríamos sus hijos, su hermana, que cuidaba mucho, y platicaba muy bien con todos allí. Y ella era feliz allí, en el grupo Caleb. Y que Dios me los bendiga a todos. Gracias.
Buenas noches, buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es Leticia. Yo, junto con mi esposo, soy testigo, ¿no?, de la fe que señora Lupe tenía. Y veíamos que realmente la preocupación que ella tenía era justamente con su familia. de que entendiera y aprendiera esta fe que la fortalecía todos los días. Y realmente como nosotros de la iglesia estamos aquí como testigos de que realmente nunca miramos, señora Lupe, triste, para abajo, como preocupada. Ella sí tenía, su única preocupación era esa, de ver su familia bien, sus hijos, toda su familia, para que pudieran un día tener la chance, la oportunidad de conocer el mismo Dios que ella estaba conociendo y entregó su vida, ¿no? Vimos también la preocupación de ella, el cariño que ella tenía con su hermana, siempre estaba preocupada por su hermana pidiendo oración. Entonces, realmente, todos nosotros de la iglesia somos testigos de esta fe que ella tenía, ¿no? De esta persona bonita, linda que ella era, señora Lupe. Entonces, dejamos aquí para todos ustedes como testigos lo que nosotros vivíamos en la iglesia con ella, ¿no? Que realmente ella era esta persona de fe, de mucha fe, ¿no? En Dios. Entonces, es lo que queríamos compartir con ustedes. Que Dios me los bendiga a todos. Buenas noches.
Alguém mais queira? Alguém quer falar algo mais? Algum familiar, algum conhecido? Sim, pode passar. Quem quer falar pode passar. Então, delante de lo que ellas comentaram para ustedes, então nós outros vemos que a maior herência que ela nos deixou foi sua fé. Quizá ustedes não sabem, pero el jueves por la noche, antes que ella fallecera, el viernes, ella llamó a nosotros, la iglesia, e ella pidió que orasse por todos, por sua família, por ella. Você vê que mesmo nos momentos de que ella estava de dolor, passando por suas lutas personais, você vê que a preocupação que ella sempre tinha era em favor de sua família, que todos tuvieran a mesma fé que ella. Mientras elas hablavam, eu recordei de um outro versículo também, que podemos resumir a vida de Senhora Lupe. Ele disse aqui, 2 Timoteu capítulo 4, versículo 7, ele disse: "He peleado la buena batalla, he acabado la carreira e he guardado la fé." Então, podemos terminar este serviço dizendo que a senhora Lupe peleou a buena batalla, ela acabou sua carreira e hasta o final ela guardou sua fé. Queda para nós outros, como eu falava, o sentimento de tristeza, pero ao mesmo tempo de alegria, porque ela está nos braços de Deus. E eu creio que a vontade de ella não é que nós outros quedemos tristes. Ao contrário, é que todos venham sair adelante, seguir adelante e seguir a mesma fé que ella tuvo. Ok? Então, diferente, vamos dar um aplauso para Deus e para a fé de ella, que guardou sua fé hasta o fim. Ok? Que Deus bendiga a todos e que o Espírito Santo dê forças a todos para seguir adelante. Amém? Ok. Deus os bendiga. Com permisso. Se alguém mais queira venir aqui, seu hijo, por favor.
Thank you, Pastor. Thanks, everyone from the congregation. I'd like to thank everyone for being here today to remember my mom, Guadalupe Acosta. I'm David Ramos Acosta, her eldest son. Mom had a great love and kindness that she shared with everyone. She ran a home daycare, and she took care of many children over the years, including some here today that are now grown adults. After Dad passed away 5 years ago, She continued to care for my brother Robert. She worked as a home health aide companion for her sister Angie. Mom had a great faith and love for the Lord. She would always take care of others before herself, and she always had a genuine smile while doing so. She had an inner strength, kindness, and was a sweet, nurturing soul. I'll miss you, Mom, your love and your wisdom, and everyone will miss your ministry of care. I'd also like to thank all of our family and friends for their love, care, and support given towards my parents throughout the years. It has been a blessing and a help to them. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Peter Frank Acosta. Hello. I'm the third son of Guadalupe Acosta. Thank you for all coming here. There's a lot to say about my mother. She had a big heart. She'd take care of a lot of people, including people that are disabled for free, because no one else could take care of them. She took care of her sister, and she took care of my family. She taught me math. There is so much I could say right now, but it's very difficult for me. I thank you all for coming.
Good evening. Excuse me. My name is Richard Acosta. I am David Acosta's youngest brother. I was the youngest one in the family. There were 8 of us. And I was looking at the picture there of Lupe and David, and I just kept thinking of two beautiful people that were totally unselfish. They were dedicated to help others, and they did that throughout their life. Throughout their whole life, they always helped somebody. And you just look at, two people that they helped me to, when I was little, when I was growing up, they always helped me. Lupe, I know, helped our children, when they were little, because she always took care of them, make sure they were safe. We have 5 children, and I think she watched pretty much all 5 of our children. And I have another brother, George Acosta, too. Michael is his son. And between George and Michael, George and David, my brothers, they would always take me somewhere fishing or hunting or whatever. And I know that when my brother met Lupe and they fell in love, and they got married, I was very happy for both of them, because I knew that both of them were the type of people that were going to be just doing good things for people like they had done for me. And sure enough, they proceeded to, in their mission that God had given them that mission to be unselfish, to be caring, to be loving, and they did. You know, everywhere they went, they would take care of somebody and watch over them. And to the last day, Lupe still continued to watch over people, and so did David. And they were both very close to the church. They were very close to the church, and what makes me feel good is that, you know, when somebody has strong faith, they believe in God, you feel good because you know that they've gotten to know and have that relationship with God, and God has a relationship with them. And so I know right now she is in God's kingdom, enjoying all the people she's met throughout her life and all the people she's helped, family members, friends, and they're rejoicing. Right now they're all rejoicing, they're all together, and I know they're going to continue to watch over their family. They're going to continue to guide and continue to pray for everybody, and they're just one more servants, another servant that is now in God's kingdom, ready to serve and do God's work. And so I know that, you know, we're going to miss Lupe, and I miss my brother too, and Lupe both. But you're also happy, you know, that they had a full life, they had a good life, and they are now going to be, you know, enjoying all the things that God has there for them. You know, I know that I had a brother who was very young, and he contracted rheumatic fever, and which damaged his heart. And he was the first one, you know, the first boy that my mother had. And so the doctors told my mother that he's not going to live past 12 years old. He's not going to make it, okay? And sure enough, when he became 12 years old, he passed away. And my mother just was devastated, you know, and she cried and cried for, you know, for a long, long time, and almost, I guess, over a year, you know, just crying. And finally, he came to her in a dream, in a very, very realistic dream. He came to her and said, look, Mom, look at my chest. It's flat, because when you have rheumatic fever, your chest pops out because your heart is enlarged. And he told her, look, my heart is flat, and when you have rheumatic fever, you don't have the ability to pump oxygen in your body, so you can't run around with the rest of the kids and play with everybody else. So he was always, couldn't really play with the rest of the kids. And he said, look, where I'm at right now, there's a lot of kids, and we play every day. We play in a run. I can run, and they have everything that we want. We have, you know, everything we want to eat. They take real good care of us. I'm very happy here. Please stop crying for me. And I started thinking about how, you know, God had sent, you know, my brother back to my mother in a dream to tell her that he was in God's kingdom. And to me, that's a reassurance that God does have a kingdom, and we'll be there with him. With all of us, we'll be together at one point in our lives. But, you know, I could go on and on and on, but I just want to share with you that Lupe was a very special person that loved people and gave of herself to help others. And I know that we're going to miss her, but she now is in God's kingdom, continuing to serve. Thank you. We love you guys.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Richard Acosta Jr. My dad just spoke. And I was one of had the fortune to have Aunt Lupe watch over us, my family, all 5 of my brothers and sisters. I have very, very fond memories of her always taking care of all the individuals that were there in her house and in her life. Her husband, Uncle David, for me, just a real blessing in our lives. Just all the sacrifices that they did for all their families really has transformed people's lives. And I had the fortune of just being there, being loved while my parents were working, and Lupe would come, would drop us off in the morning, and I look forward to visiting with her because she let me do what my parents wouldn't let me do. She was always there, letting me play on either video games or play outside, do things. But one of the fond memories that I had, she always had breakfast waiting for us. We would come and she'd make instead of like cream of wheat, she'd make malto meal, and malto meal was delicious. And I'd always come back and ask my mom to make it like Aunt Lupe made it, not like the way you make it, but like Aunt Lupe. So she was just a blessing in our lives. And I know, just looking and seeing all the people that she touched and all the sacrifice, she was not a very loud, boisterous person. She was always quiet in the behind the scene, but working diligently to make sure everybody was taken care of. And so I have like conviction, like my dad. There is a heaven, and there's no doubt that she's there with her husband, Uncle David, and with all her loved ones that have already passed. She's in heaven, and I want to thank her again for all the love that she's given to our family. And thank you, everybody.